Hey, what do Americans do after winning the World Cup?
What do they do?
Turn off the PlayStation.
First and foremost, you know the name. We came to break the game.
All right, welcome to First and Four, the podcast where Father is firstborn, break down America's four biggest sports: football, basketball, baseball, and hockey. Let's get right into it. We're going to start with our playoff recaps once again. So NHL and NBA, getting towards the end here in the conference finals. So we can start NBA.
We're at the end of one series, yeah.
Yeah,
NBA.
that's right. So the Knicks swept the Cavs.
Already closed that one out. That was quick.
It was.
Yeah, the Knicks have made quick work of a couple series here.
Yeah, and based on how close that Spurs Thunder series is, they're going to get another long rest.
Yeah.
Which seemed like it was more rest than rust for them this time. So
yeah,
helped out.
It did help them out quite a bit. And yeah, this Spurs Thunder, what are they at, 2-1 right now? Or is it 2-2?
2-2, and then there's a game on right now.
Game on right now. Game 5's on right now. Yep. Tied 2-2. So that one, yeah, it looks like it might be going the distance to 7.
It might.
Tight series there, which I think was kind of expected. Like for this Western Conference Finals, you think the Thunder reigning champs coming back, but the Spurs are looking pretty good. It's tough to stop Wemby. They're doing it pretty well tonight, locking them down defensively.
Yeah, he's got 11 points at half.
Yeah.
Two for 7?
8 or something.
8? Yeah.
Yeah.
Not great.
No, but their defense is really kind of the key, I think, for OKC. So.
Yeah, exactly. I actually thought it was interesting. The Cavs this morning announced James Harden. They're looking to re-sign to a long contract, and then Kenny Atkinson, their head coach, is coming back too. So those were like within 10 minutes of each other. I think those broke.
Really?
So already decided they're keeping things the same, which is interesting.
What's a long contract for?
I don't know. I don't know what the exact wording of that was.
I feel like Harden he's getting up there.
Yeah, he's not young. How old is he? You know?
No.
Mid-30s probably.
That's a good question.
So a long-term deal was the report from Brian Windhorst.
So he was 1989. So he's 37-ish. Yeah. Or I guess he's 36. He'll be 37 in August. Yeah.
So that's probably long-term, probably 3 or 4 years, you think?
Yeah, but that's getting
Does he really have that much left? I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know if he does or not, but yeah, that's kind of interesting. They're going to run it back. The Knicks just dominated them. I mean, like especially game 4 that went up. That was it 40 that they ended up winning by, something like that.
The last one, game 4, it ended up being something like that.
It was crazy. Yeah, 130-93. They ended up winning that last one. Okay, so 37 points. And it wasn't even close. I mean, the whole game was just pretty much dominated by the Knicks. It's almost like the Knicks were just bullying them. Like, I actually had it on, flipped on, and kind of watching as I was watching hockey as well. I had the hockey on the main screen, but kind of glanced up at the NBA every once in a while. And it's like the Knicks just bullied them. I mean, it was like rebound-wise, they just took over, and then like they pretty much got any shot they wanted. Brunson really seems like he dishes the ball well, gets it spread around to the guys, and then they just find openings. And
yeah, absolutely.
They're looking like one of the best teams. I mean, it's interesting because I think going in, we talked about the Western Conference Finals, like the Spurs or Thunder coming out, like they're going to be more than likely the team to win it. Now I'm kind of wondering, like, do the Knicks have a shot? The way that they're playing right now,
especially again with the rest, it'll be about a week and a half, I think.
Yeah.
So
they're going to have a lot of rest.
Maybe, yeah.
They've got the experience. Experienced coach too, who's won 4 titles. So they might make it kind of interesting.
No, I think it'll be a good series. Honestly.
Yeah, and I do think even with like Cat, you got him playing down low. So even if Wemby makes it in, like you got a formidable big guy on the other side.
Right.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun either way.
I did too. I think it should be a good series. Like I think, like you said, we weren't sure coming in. Like it was like it's going to be that Western Conference, but it is shaping up to be hopefully a good final series.
Yeah,
good.
And I did think like the Knicks would make it more interesting on the other side, just from a narrative. You know, the Knicks fans and obviously all the celebrities and everything like that. It's going to make it more exciting, but they're playing some good basketball right now, so that should be pretty fun.
Yeah, they are.
So,
and I guess we mentioned Spurs Thunder's tied at 2-2. There's a game on right now that the Thunder are up, 11 or something?
yeah, ish.
But yeah, that's been a great series, back and forth. The first game was really the only one that was like super close back and forth, the overtime one. But now they're just going back and forth on games, and so been a great series. Like you said, might go the distance to 7, and I would think these are teams we'll be seeing back in this game a lot.
I would think so
it's
too.
exciting.
Yeah,
It's a great matchup. They're both young. I think the Spurs whole starting lineup, their average age is under 25 or something.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, two young teams that should be back here a lot.
Yeah, I think several years we're going to be talking about the Spurs and Thunder, which I talked about it last week. I think those rivalries are kind of fun when they start building up. I was listening to Pardon My Take earlier, and they're talking about the people getting sick of the Thunder already. Like, they've only won one title.
Yeah.
I don't see them as like people really going against them come championship. If they make it to the championship game, I guess.
Not yet. If they win again this year and go back to back,
I could see that exactly. Like, if they win again, you got 2, and then next year if they get back into it, I could see people kind of going against them and going for somebody else. But like, I don't feel like they're there yet.
I don't think so.
Team.
I think part of it's maybe the narrative of SGA and like his flopping. I think part of that's just people see that, they consume that part of it, and that's not quite as likable, I don't think.
Yeah.
But there is something about a team that's been like built from the ground up from this trade that happened. It's just been built so perfectly. Where I don't think it's quite hated yet. But yeah, they win again, we're gonna start getting there.
I think the small market teams are kind of fun though for a while
they are,
too.
Yeah,
I think
it's different.
I think it's kind of like the Chiefs. Like the Chiefs as like an underdog or whatever early on. Like, people were excited to see them get over the hump, win it.
They were fun to watch. Yeah,
they're fun to watch. Kind of change things up. They're young too at the time. But then, at a certain point, it's like, okay, I've seen enough of these guys.
Right.
And like, you get sick of the antics and, the Travis Kelce situations and Mahomes, and like, you just kind of like get sick of it. And I could see that happening with the Thunder. I'm not to that point yet.
Not
with those
yet.
guys. That, like, maybe in another year. But I think, to your point, it's got to be like back to back, or like they got to win a couple for me to really get sick of them.
Yeah. Well, I think the rivalry that you mentioned, the Spurs Thunder, like, it's just good for the TV too, right? Like, it's good to get people to turn on to watch it. Like, Chet versus Wemby could be a good rivalry for a long time. It already kind of is, and so I do think it's just good for the game overall.
Also. Yeah, I think it'll be fun.
Okay, and then hockey. 2 again, very different series.
Yeah.
So Hurricanes, up 2-1? Yeah, 2-1 over the Canadiens. Game 4 will be back in Montreal. That's we're recording tomorrow night, but Wednesday night.
Yeah.
But that one's been much more back and forth than the other one.
It has been very close. Yeah, last night
could have been Buffalo.
It could have been Buffalo, man. Yeah, like that close. We recorded right before that final goal last week in the Buffalo game.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so I guess we didn't even talk about that.
We didn't. They lost.
We were slightly off on our,
just a little
on our. I blame John.
Next year, yeah.
John didn't head to Buffalo, right? That was his.
That was it. Well, he left. He was the good luck.
Yeah,
he was here from the win game 6,
and he was supposed to go to Buffalo for them.
Yeah.
And we said, he was going to be the reason if they didn't win it, if he didn't get there. So
there you have it. It's John.
It's John's fault that they didn't make it. But that goal that they had against Buffalo, anyways, to move on Montreal, it was such a cheap goal, and like Buffalo dominated.
Yeah,
like the whole third period, they're dominating overtime, and it was like kind of a nothing goal. They just kind of threw it on net.
It was.
And UPL didn't make the save, so here they are moving on and playing. But unfortunately, we've got the Canadiens in there. But that has been a pretty good series. 2-1, like you said. Carolina leads. Last night went into overtime, and Carolina won that in overtime in Montreal. So those fans were going crazy up in Montreal for that game. So that was good to see Carolina win that one 3-2. But that's going to be a tight one. We're on the flip side of that. The Knights and Avalanche. The Knights have pretty much been dominating.
Yeah. So McKinnon was injured. They weren't sure. He is playing tonight right now. What's the score of that, actually?
That was 1-0.
1-0
last time.
Golden Knights won, Avalanche won. Okay.
Yeah.
First intermission. So, the Golden Knights have the chance to close it out tonight. Where are they right now? They're home.
They're
yeah.
They're home.
They're
Yeah,
at
they're in
Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah. So that'd be huge too to close it out at home.
Yeah.
McCarr being hurt seems like that might be the key. You said game 1.
It was game 1 that he got hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, because I knew he was out. I didn't know when exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's 4 seed that is just like ripping through, and I think that was the team I picked last week.
You did. Yeah.
So I get to get one right, I guess. I didn't get Buffalo right, but I did. Well, we'll see if I get it right. When I speak too soon, and then Colorado's going to come back and win 4 straight and beat them 4-3. But yeah, they're playing well. Their goalie Carter Hart is also having a great series right now against the Avs. I mean, the Avs can score and light them up, and he's been playing really well. And I think that's the big key for Vegas right now is their defensive play. So we'll see if they can close it out here tonight. But that's Colorado on the brink of elimination here, so that'll be interesting.
All right, you have anything else? NBA and NHL playoffs?
No, I just don't want to see a Canadian team win. So
no, I don't either.
Carolina can pull that thing out on the other side. And,
I agree.
Even though the Canadians beat our Sabres.
Our Sabres, yeah.
Just can't see them getting to the finals here. So
not at all.
Yeah.
All right. With the Avalanche, actually, it's that President's Cup, President's Trophy.
Oh yeah,
that's what they call it.
Yeah, with the Avs.
Yeah, no, that's them again. Last time it was 2013 Blackhawks, so it's been a long time. And there it is again. That's them, and I guess we can't call it yet, but it seems over.
Seems like it. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it'd be
crazy.
It'd be pretty crazy for Colorado to come back after this.
Yeah,
and I don't know if McCarr will come back in this series. I'm not sure what the injury is.
Yeah.
But yeah. We'll see what happens there.
Okay. Let's move on then to our moving the chains. We wanted to talk about video game rankings. You got this idea from Brad.
From my cousin Brad. Yep. Yeah.
All right. So you did 5 out, right?
Yeah.
How many did you do?
We'll do 5. That's fine.
5.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So do you want to just rank our 5, start at 5 and go up to 1? Just go back and forth. Like here's our 5, here's our 4. Or
okay.
What were you thinking?
Yeah.
I can do whatever. I just have a few listed, so. Or do you want to just talk about some?
No, let's. I was thinking we would draft them, but let's.
Oh, we can draft. I just think it's going to be. I think that's almost the same idea, but yeah, we can go so like 1-1 and then just go back and forth.
You don't think you're going to have any of the same as I do you?
No, I don't.
Well, this will be even more fun then.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's just draft. I'll just kind of go off the top of the head and see how we do.
Okay.
All right.
You gonna go first?
Sure. I'll go first.
Because I'm curious what your 1-1.
Okay. No, I like this actually. I like this more. So my 1-1, I don't play a whole lot of them. I play a couple of football, but I do enjoy college football. The new games, so 25 and 26 are out, and I'm not going to distinguish by years on some of those because there's only 2 of them. They're similar, but I do enjoy having that a lot. There's so many teams. Every FBS level team is in there, so that's awesome. Just so many teams to play as. You can go in and edit all those depth charts, bring people up that you want to see. All the uniform combinations are in there. There's so many little school traditions, the little intricacies, and there's so many game modes too. So you can sit here and play with somebody. We've done that a little bit, or with friends. You got Dynasty, so you can take your favorite team and make them national champions over and over again, and go out and recruit kids, and that's a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. Road to Glory, so you can start as a player, whatever level. You could be an underdog and build up and try and win the Heisman, or start out as a better player and kind of work up that way. I personally like being kind of lower level and working up and getting some playing time. But regardless, there's just so many opportunities. I think they're bringing the high school level back too for that Road to Glory, so that's going to be exciting to see here in the future. And yeah, just all the game modes. College football has always kind of been my favorite. So
what do you mean the high school level?
So I actually don't know how it works. The old college football games had it on that Road to Glory mode. So I don't know that it was necessarily real high schools, but you would start, playing as your player at the high school level and then have to go and get recruited and commit somewhere, So there was that aspect added to it.
Hmm.
So you could even then earn playing time coming into college, depending where you started. So like that'd be cool too. I just enjoy all the different things it provides.
Yeah.
And I love college football.
Is that EA Sports or what is the?
It's EA.
It's EA Sports, yeah. So what's the difference between, and that's why I guess I don't understand video games today. Like the difference, you said 25, 26, like it doesn't matter. Like do they make even like big differences between years other than like
some, like especially with that one where it's newer and they're developing, like playing 26, like I don't know, like it just feels different. They just updated, some of the controls and stuff. It's new players every year.
That's maybe what I don't like about some of the newer games is it's like it's hard to tell what's been updated or what's so different
personally,
from year
like,
to year.
I don't care year to year. Like the other one I'll play is Madden, and I think the newest one I own is like 24 or something. Like I just don't see the point in buying them.
Yeah.
College Football 26, I just waited till it was like on sale around Christmas for like $20.
Yeah.
So that was awesome, right? Because like at the end of the day, you can keep playing one for a while. It's just like if there's certain players I think that you want to see. That's the biggest thing. Or like if they do make major updates, which I'm trying to think the differences between 25 and 20. Like there's like smaller things as far as recruiting and stuff like that. But
they get throwback teams?
No, I want them. So that was something else that was in the old college football teams. I think it's something with the rights where they just haven't figured out how to do it yet, but I'm hoping they do because that would be a ton of fun. That is like one thing I wish that they're kind of missing right now.
I would agree. Got to get that thrown in there.
Yeah.
All right. That's your 1-1?
Yes. What do you got?
I'm going to take you back a few years.
Okay.
The OG of all football games, Tecmo Super Bowl. It's got to be the 1-1. So that was 1991. And this is actually what Brad had messaged John and I about. He was actually playing a season last week.
Was he really?
I don't know what. He must be super
Booted
bored.
up the old Nintendo. Huh?
Yeah, got his game out, blew into it, like got it all figured out.
Yeah. Ours barely works anymore. We play it every once in a while, but
yeah, but that's what I mean. It's like the OG where you can go pick that thing up anytime, go back and play it. You got Bo Jackson on there, Barry Sanders. You throw the ball a mile in the game.
Yeah.
The amazing catches, the cheerleaders that are on there. The graphics are just awesome.
Awesome.
The one thing I forgot, half his team I think was hurt, which he was asking us about. And I remember like when the players come back, it was like a whole big thing, and like they show them at the hospital, like the nurses waving, and like the players like, and coming back out.
Yeah.
And it's just an awesome game from a throwback perspective. I feel like again that was kind of like the original, like all the teams were in there. You had the logos and everything. You had the players that were on the correct teams, and that was kind of like the first time that you had all that, lining up with the players and teams, and then you can play the full season. Mm-hmm. You had the computer that you could just kind of simulate the season too.
Right.
I think the fun thing was going and like trying to set records on sacks, and we would do that with like Derek Thomas, Lawrence Taylor's in there, setting sack records and things. Interceptions. You got Deion Sanders playing.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's like for me the best.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Plus, there's only like A and B in the buttons, right? I don't need all these like fancy buttons. And no, I don't need all that. Like, just give me old Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah.
Let's throw that on the TV and let's go. So.
Yeah,
that's my 1-1.
Oh yeah, all right, I like that. So just go back and forth.
Yeah, I think it's back to you.
All right, second pick. What do I have written down? I'm deciding what I want to go with here. I think I'm going to go away from like Madden, because we've got a football game. We've got 2 football games on there already, right? I want to give us some variety. For now, at least. I'm gonna go with MLB The Show. It's not a game that I personally have ever gotten super into, but I know pretty similar to college football. Like it's just in Madden, but just having all those players there, year to year, things change. All the uniforms playing as your own teams. I know that's one that people get pretty interested in. And
is this another one where like so is that one that's been around for several years?
Yeah. It's like every year. The show 26, 25, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
same idea. EA also, I think. So yeah, very similar idea. Again, not one that I've really gotten into, but I know is very popular with people, and I just think it's more of a. I'm not huge into baseball necessarily, but I do think if I ever sat down and played it, I think I would enjoy it a ton.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to give us some variety, so I'm gonna go with the show.
I think if I had to pick any of the sports that the video games are my least favorite, it's baseball.
Really?
I think the baseball games just are not as fun for me across all the decades. I mean, they're fine, but
I never loved the basketball, honestly.
Oh, there's some good basketball, but you just
Yeah,
have to wait for my
maybe
picks.
maybe not the maybe it's just the newer ones that I never could like, and maybe it's just me, but there was something about like having to worry about all five guys at the same time.
Yeah. Well, what's the difference? Football, you've got 11 guys in.
I know, but like, I don't know. You're the quarterback. You've got the ball. You throw it to somebody. Like, I don't know.
I guess everybody else is doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So the show number 2 for you.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna stick with football because this is there's 2 that I could pick at 2, I think. But I'll just stick with football. So Bill Walsh 93 was the one I was going to go with on my number 2.
Okay.
So this was like the first game that I remember. So it's a college football game, but it was like the first time where you had like, again, the players in their like uniforms of the teams. And then you had like throwback teams also. And I guess they didn't have the player names on there at the time, but like the numbers obviously matched up with like the players.
Right. Yeah.
And then you had like the throwback teams that would match up like the players from like way back. And then that was like you had all these combinations of different plays. I think that was like the first time you had like all the different plays that you could select from and formations and defense and offense and then like the spin moves and things like that were kind of thrown in. So that was like the again kind of original like
what console was that? Is that Super Nintendo?
Sega, I think that was a 16-bit.
Oh, it was a Sega. Okay.
Yeah. So not too many buttons for me. Again, you got to 3 buttons I think on the Sega versus the 2 on the Nintendo. But yeah, I just remember that being like one of the most fun games. And again, just having the throwback there, again, kind of expanded the Tecmo Bowl aspect. But I think it kind of brought it was the original that kind of brought the new style game that you see today, with a look like behind the line of scrimmage, looking, what's happening, and like the controls for offense and defense and being able to play against each other. That was kind of the original. So Bill Walsh 93 was when you talk about college football, that's like the original one. I think that kind of set the standard for everything that came after it with the Maddens and other college football later on.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna have a little bit of fun I think at 3. I'm gonna take Wii Sports.
Okay.
Just a fun
it's
little,
on my list, actually.
Is it actually? Okay.
It's further down on my list, but it's on my list.
I don't know. There's something I think about when I was younger, like just playing some Wii Sports with the family, bowling like a near perfect game in bowling, or playing around at golf. Those are the ones I think I played the most. A little bit of baseball, but like I don't know, like it's just fun. It was a fun like family, I think, kind of memory. Very easy, I think, to control.
Yeah.
Just very
anybody can
very
play,
easy. But no, exactly. It's just a good time. I think of a lot of memories, like I said, family with cousins. It just kind of brings me back, and there's something about that game. So,
tennis.
Yeah,
tennis
I was never huge into the tennis one.
Oh, I love playing tennis on there.
Really?
Yeah, I like playing tennis on there.
The tennis and the boxing, I never did much of.
The boxing was kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie. That was one I never
ever played the boxing. Actually, I played tennis.
Yeah, the golf was really fun though, like you said, and then bowling.
Yeah.
I feel like kids of all ages, adults. Like, yeah, that's one that's kind of fun for anybody to do.
Yeah, so I enjoyed that.
That's why I had it on my list too, because I feel like that's like a good family. Anybody can do it.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a fun one. Okay. I'm going up in years as I go here. So I know I went like 91, then Bill Walsh 93. The next one I'm going to pick is NHL 94.
Okay.
Which some may say is like the best game of all time, sports-wise.
Oh, yeah?
Some may say that.
Some may say.
There may be an uncle that messages us and tells us that is the best. But it was like incredible game. And people do say, I mean, it's not just him. I was going to say it, but there are a lot of people that think it's one of the best
Okay.
of all time. But that was another Sega one, I'm pretty sure. But it was like have the NHL players and teams. You could one-time shots, so you could like slide it over. I think you can control the goalie in that one too.
Okay.
If you could check players, and like if you hit them sometimes too hard, they like hit the ice, and you have like fake blood coming out or whatever on the ice.
Like
But it was really cool. You had Roenick you could play with on the Blackhawks, and um, again like these spin moves and things like that. The horn was really cool. It's like if you score, they had like the lights and the horn going off. Uh, I don't know. It's iconic. I think in Swingers or one of those movies that they like have him playing the game. So it's just a very iconic game. I think that comes up a lot. In different things. So NHL '94, one of the best of all time.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. I think here at 4, I'll just take Madden, and again, kind of in general, where like there's not a year that stands out to me necessarily. So like, pick your year. I like the last like okay, if you go back to the first one, like they've been around for it's been close to 30 years actually.
I think that's right. Yeah, it is around.
Yeah, late 90s is when they started.
Was that? Yeah.
I think like 96 or 97.
Okay.
I want to say
right.
it was somewhere around
like
there.
Around the PlayStation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like yes, obviously today and that one look a lot different. But like year to year, the changes aren't huge. The game itself never really changes either, except for there's different players and the graphics are supposedly better.
Mm-hmm.
Where like again, is there small improvements year to year? Absolutely, but like across one year you just don't see it. But anyway, it's below the college football games for me just because again, I think college football is a little bit different for me. There's more like tradition with the schools. There's more like individual pieces that are really fun.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot more, like I said, there's kind of game modes, things you can do with college football where Madden, there's a little bit, you can play your, against a friend or against the computer in a real game, or what do they call franchises? Like taking the team and managing them. So that's all right. And it is kind of fun to like try and get your favorite NFL players all on one team.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about that. Right, like you can't do that in college football, not in the game, at least not yet.
Yeah.
Actually, you kind of can. Yeah, it's similar now that I think about it.
I just feel like some of these, like you said, like they've made slight advancements, but it's like, man, even like the same thing for like 30 years. Like
it is, it is like year to year. I would like to see different things, like a different game mode, a different something to do. Like you're telling me you got all these people working on it, and there's not something else you can do, something you can come up with. And I don't know what it is. Like I'm not the ideas person. I'm the person they're paying to do it. So I don't know. It does feel like they could change some more, but that's why I think it's a little lower for me. But it is still one I enjoy. So.
Yeah. All right. My number 4, I'm going to go basketball.
Okay.
And it's going to be NBA Jam, which I think is just an amazing game. And so that's only 2v2, but that to me is like iconic because it's like arcade. It's an arcade game, basically, but they also had it on, I don't remember if it was PlayStation Sega or whatever it was. And like, you think about he's on fire and like all these things like that came from that game. Like that saying was from NBA Jam. The net goes on fire, and the guy, like, you couldn't miss from anywhere. Once you got on fire, you could shoot from wherever you want on the court.
Okay.
The crazy dunks, you're like flipping and doing crazy things. At the time, Jordan wasn't in there. There's like you could unlock like certain players and things like that with different like codes. So there were some players that you couldn't, but the 2v2 was just awesome. And again, just kind of thinking back to going to the get pizza, and like you go out with a team or a group of friends and you're at the pizza place, they've got an arcade and NBA Jam's there, you're playing NBA Jam. That's what everybody was going to play. And then you had it on your console at home too. It's an awesome game. Love NBA Jam. There's several basketball games I think I had on here, and we'll do some honorable mentions here in a little bit after our top 5. But to me, like the iconic like arcade plus console, I like NBA Jam. That's my favorite.
Yeah. All right, then at 5, I think I'm going to take. So, like, I remember playing some Super Nintendo and just firing up Street Fighter. And I do actually enjoy that. Like, that's
Yeah.
good, like, I don't know. It's fun to, like, play against somebody, like, beat the crap out of their character. And, like, they all, like, had fun little, like, personalities and stuff, too. And, like, I don't know. That was just a fun one. I think the way it was designed is just appealing, and it's a fun game.
Yeah. Street Fighter. That's another throwback, man. And again, yeah,
There you go.
arcade plus.
I got one.
That's
one
pretty
kind
good.
of throwback.
Okay. If we're gonna go fighting, then the top fighting one's got to be Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
That was the other one.
I mean, that's
Definitely.
the again kind of OG of all the.
Mm-hmm.
So again, being Little Mac and kind of working his way up from the little competition up to the big guy to Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
And then knowing the code to get there was always fun.
Okay.
To get to Tyson, but what was it? 007-373-5963, something like that was the code to Tyson.
How'd you have to find out the code?
I don't know. There's like stupid things you remember. But anyway, so that was Tyson's Punch Out. I think is kind of the OG for me on the fighting games, and yeah, going through Bald Bull.
Yeah,
and, you could see him a couple times, and then figuring out like what were how to beat the guy, like what were the certain things you got to do. You got to wait for this certain movement or whatever, and find a little twitch. I feel like that's the thing with those games. Like it really made you the hand-eye, like with a controller, like you got to be ready and you got to be fast and make those movements and whatever. And
definitely.
Yeah, but Tyson's Punch Out, man, that was fun.
I just don't think I played a lot of that one. I played more Street Fighter, but
yeah. So Punch Out.
Okay, yeah, that's fun. All right, you want to do honorable mentions? Then maybe we'll rattle them back off as a recap. Maybe we can clip it.
Yep. Yeah. Do you have any honorable mentions, or you want me to just list off mine? I got some good ones on here
written down.
So I do think hockey has some really good ones. I'm going to save one, I think, for our questions here in a little bit, our 2-minute drill. But Blades of Steel was an awesome one that you could get in fights into.
Mm-hmm.
So that was always fun. And I think that's what John would always play. And like, he'd just try to get in fights. So you go play Blades of Steel and it's like, how do we get in a fight? And just start fighting each other in Blades of Steel. That was a cool one. Basketball, Jordan versus Bird was another fun one. And you could do the dunks, 3-point contest. It was a little slow. Like you kind of hit the button and it was like, okay, release the shot. And then like you wait. So that one, that's why I guess for me, NBA Jam was just a little more iconic.
Yeah.
Excite Bike.
Okay.
Did you ever play Excite Bike? On Nintendo?
Maybe.
Or like,
I know it. I don't know if I played it or not.
So they have like the normal course, like they have the different levels and courses, and then you can like set up your own course too. Okay. That was always fun. You could set up your own course and just like fly through it, put like big ramps that you're jumping off of, and
maybe there's an Excite Bike course in like Mario Kart or something at some point.
Maybe.
I don't remember.
I wonder about putting Mario Kart on here too.
Yeah,
it was kind of racing.
It's close. Yeah,
racing games. FIFA International Soccer was another really good one back in the 90s. And I'm sure there's more of this today. Yeah. But back then, I think for PlayStation, maybe that was like one of the first big soccer games.
I mean, it still is every year.
Yeah. So those were kind of the big ones that. But I remember that I think it was RBI Baseball. Maybe it was the best baseball game I could think of that I played.
Okay.
But it really was not that exciting.
Not that great.
RBI Baseball is kind of man. But yeah.
Okay.
Baseball was not the big one for me.
Gotcha. Yeah. So, no, I don't know. It's never one I got into myself much, but I do know. I don't know. I gave it credit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We can maybe clip it too.
Yeah.
All right. We drafted our favorite sports video games of all time. So we drafted our top 5. So my 5, I started at 1. I went the college football games, the last 2, 25, 26, just kind of mold them together. MLB The Show at 2. 3 was Wii Sports. 4 was Madden, and 5 was Street Fighter.
And I took number 1, the OG Tecmo Super Bowl, the best game of all time. Bill Walsh 93 was my number 2. NHL 94 was my number 3. Number 4, I went with NBA Jam. And at number 5, Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Awesome.
All right. Awesome games.
Yes.
I could sit and play those for hours.
Really?
I mean, yeah. We got to get the Nintendo fired up.
We could.
Sitting here talking
definitely.
about this. And now I got to go play.
Sitting over there. All right, 2 minutes in the box. Who are you putting in the box this week?
Okay, we talked about the Cavs earlier. So I'm actually, you talk about Kenny Atkinson. He's coming back.
Yes.
I'm going to put him in the box. So he said, and I think this before the game 4.
I don't know when he said it.
I think it was right before game 4, but he was talking after game 3 anyways. But he basically said that based on analytics and like expected score, the Cavaliers actually won 2 out of the first 3 games against the Knicks, despite trailing 3-0.
Just crazy.
Like, seriously, man? Like, this expected score in your analytics? Like, what?
And you're the head coach. You lost the games.
You
like,
lost.
That's it.
Like, it sounds to me like Canada whining in after they lost to the U.S. and it's like, oh,
if you watch the game, you know who the better team is.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, you know what? The team that just won the game
is the better team.
Is the better team. They're the winner. The winner of the game. So this guy Kenny Atkinson, and now Cleveland's bringing him back.
Yeah,
that's some loser talk, man.
Definitely not a good sign for Cleveland.
No, and I don't think it's a good sign either that they're bringing Harden back.
I don't either. I was very surprised to see that this morning. I thought that was going to be done with getting swept in the conference finals, but I guess not.
Yeah, running back with these guys, I don't think that's going to be a good idea.
No, I don't either. It just doesn't seem like the team fits well together. I don't know.
Yeah, so Kenny Atkinson's going in the box for me.
All right, I like that. I'm going to put Brendan Sorsby in the box again this week. So basically, this morning, it broke that the NCAA denied his request to be reinstated as eligible for the 2026 season. So the NCAA, as I mentioned last week, has declared him ineligible. He'd kind of appealed with them. So they said, no, basically he's not eligible. And so it is different coming from, the NCAA themselves. Itself. I think there's still Texas Tech's going to appeal and all this stuff, but this seems a lot more final. We'll see what happens again. We've seen all this. I mentioned the situation with Trinidad Chambliss last week where he filed the injunction with the state. But this is, different coming from the NCAA itself, coming down hard and saying, hey, like, you are not allowed to play, and denying him the opportunity. So I guess we'll see what the appeal process looks like, how that goes, but it doesn't sound good. And I think the fact that it's public too now, everybody's talking about it. It's this big headline. Like, as the NCAA, you don't want to back off of that, right? Like, you don't want to look weak. And so I don't imagine that's going to go well for him.
Yeah.
We'll see. But then you wonder too, like, what happens to him? So he completed it was a 35-day inpatient program for his gambling addiction. Completed this, and I think that's part of what they're leveraging kind of against this whole, in this appeal process.
Yeah.
But, like, what happens to him then? Because he is a pretty decent quarterback.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know then if he tries to go sign undrafted free agent with an NFL team, during camp. I really don't know what he does. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
It's kind of unprecedented, so I don't know.
It's going to be very interesting to see what happens here.
Go play for the, I can't name a team in the Canadian Football League, actually. Never mind.
The Toronto Argonauts.
There you go. You go play in the UFL. There's a team called the Gamblers in the UFL. Actually, I'm almost positive.
There you go. Found them a team.
Where are they from?
Vegas.
Is it?
I don't know.
I don't think it is. I think it's somewhere in
Texas
or Florida.
Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of Texas teams. And then,
hold on. Now we got to find out.
Is the UFL done now?
Houston Gamblers. Oh, perfect. Houston. It's close to home.
Yeah.
All right. So, Brendan Sorsby, future quarterback of the Houston Gamblers. It's perfect for him.
Wouldn't that be great?
It'd be awesome.
Anything, he should just at least get a jersey.
He should.
Yeah.
He should get his jersey retired in that stadium.
That would be great.
Actually, I don't know where they play.
Number one gambler.
If they play in the Texans. I don't know. Yeah, so that's awesome.
They probably got a small stadium. I can't imagine them going to the Texans stadium.
No. But yeah, so there's that. Brendan Sorsby at the box.
All right. He's never getting out of the box.
He is not getting out of the box. We'll see if he's back next week.
Yeah.
All right, 2-minute drill. I have not actually looked at these questions at all yet.
All right, good.
So, first off, what's the most underrated sports game ever?
Okay, I hinted at this when I was going through my honorable mentions, and I didn't say this one, but ice hockey for NES has got to be one of the like most underrated sports games of all time. Have you ever played that one? Where you
I
get the
don't
big
think
fat
so.
guy, you got like the medium sized guy, and you got the real skinny guy. You got 3 different players, and you can like select what your lineup, what you want your team to be.
Okay.
If you want like all fat guys, you can go all fat guys, or if you want to mix up fat and skinny and medium, they probably can't have this anymore because you can't say fat and skinny and
No, definitely not.
medium guys. But anyways, it was great because like the fat guys would like run over the skinny guys like if they could catch them. Uh, but you got like Uncle Johnny, little skinny guy, and like I always want to be the fat guy, so just bump into the little skinny guy and knock him over, and then like hit these slap shots. But that, yeah, it was like one of the first that I remember ice hockey games. That was it's just fun. And like I said, you could set your lineup however you want between the players. And you get the little medium sized guys that are like in between, like not as fast as the skinny guys, but not as slow as the fat guys. And then like, they could check the little guys too, or the skinny guys, but not as hard. Like the big guys, they bump into the little skinny guy and they like just knock him out.
Yep.
So ice hockey for NES to me is the very underrated game. That was an awesome game.
Okay. I was doing some research as you were going because I haven't played a whole lot other than what I talked about. So I found an interesting one that I kind of forgot about, but I've heard of. So Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I've ever played it. I've definitely seen it, but it seems like a game not a whole lot of people talk about. Might be kind of fun. So there's actually a lot of them, and I didn't realize that. The first one came out in 1999 for the original PlayStation. So we kind of talked about. There were 4, it looks like, of these original ones, and then there were these underground, and just like they kind of kept expanding. And kind of redid some of them, but yeah, there was more of those than I realized actually just looking at it, and I don't ever hear people talk about them. So
it was fun. I remember playing that one way back.
Really?
Yeah, one of the original ones.
Okay.
And yeah, those are pretty fun games.
Okay. Yeah. And then what is the video game you played the most hours on?
Well, it's probably Tecmo Bowl if you want to add up my whole entire life. But the one I remember spending like a lot of time at the time when it came out was the FIFA International Soccer when it came out. And I guess because the soccer games are usually a little bit, it just takes longer to get through a game.
Right.
I remember playing FIFA over at my friend's house for like hours and like going through seasons or like World Cup or whatever.
Yeah.
And spending hours on FIFA Soccer, especially because like when it came out on PlayStation, I felt like it was just kind of like the graphics were just like, whoa, this is great and this is really cool, and like the bicycle kicks and things you could do on it were just like incredible at the time.
Okay, yeah.
So we'd spend hours on FIFA. So if you add up in my entire life, Tecmo Super Bowl, I'm sure I've played the most on. But if you think like at the time when something was like came out and like spending time on, it was probably FIFA.
Gotcha. Okay. I just checked because I have the PlayStation app and I can see exactly which video game it is actually.
Kids
Yeah, it's Fortnite, and it's not actually very close. And that's actually interesting because it's probably not the one I enjoy the most, but it's the one where like I can get on and just like talk to friends I don't see very often. It's like there's people that are away at college that I can get on and talk to that I don't see too often. So that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
More like the social side of it, but yeah, it's Fortnite.
Fortnite. Your brother probably played a little bit of that too.
Probably. That actually might be some of him.
Yeah, he might be adding into that.
Okay, arcade style or couch setting?
I think I like the couch setting. I do the arcade. I guess I was thinking here like NBA Jam and that sort of thing, and those games that you can play at the arcade. But I think when we talk about the games we listed off, like the Nintendo and whatever,
it's a lot more couch.
Yeah,
so that's what I'm going to say too. I just think it's a lot more of sit down, play games. That's what I'd much rather be doing. I'd rather be sitting than standing too, I think. So
yeah. The retro games are pretty fun though in the arcade.
Yeah, I bet. Okay, and then video game that you could see or have seen span generations.
It's got to be Tecmo Bowl for me. I still feel like there's still times where you kids like we'd introduce that to you guys when you were young and play that game. I don't know. Do you enjoy
I've
playing
played. No, yeah, I
Tecmo
do enjoy it. It's fun.
Yeah, it's just a fun
Like I said, it doesn't work so well anymore. But yes,
yeah,
it is a fun one.
but like anybody can pick up the controller.
It's easy. Yeah.
It's like you talk about Wii Sports. Like anybody can play that. Same with Tecmo Bowl. Like there's not much to it to learn how to play it. It's a fun game. So for me, Tecmo Bowl spanning generations.
Yeah. I'm going to talk about college football, I think, because I think it's a game that kind of did span generations. So it was around, you mentioned, it was the Bill Walsh 93. It was the first kind of college football. And then they had the line of college football games that were out. And I think that went until like 2010s. It was somewhere in there, like early in there. And then they discontinued, I think, with some, what name, image, and likeness that wasn't allowed basically anymore. And so then that stopped. And once NIL, came to the front, right? Like once that was allowed, it was a game that people really wanted back and like were calling for. And it's, it has carried on to this new generation of kids who are playing games now. And so I do think that's interesting. Like people that weren't even really around for the old ones were so excited for it to come back because college football was just that big. And so that's one that I have kind of seen, I think, span.
The only difference there with those games, like you said, like they come out every year, so there's like a new one. So it's like,
yeah, that's true.
I feel like the more iconic, like the Tecmo Super Bowl, like 1991, like that's the game, and it's like spinning forever. Where like these new ones, like they just keep coming out with new ones every year, and it's like, what's really changed from year to year? Like,
I couldn't tell you most of the time.
I don't know. I'm terrible at these new games.
Yeah. Okay, do we have anything from the stands this week?
No, I just shout out to Brad for texting that. I have no idea if Brad even listens to this.
I don't either.
Maybe he saw something online with us recording, and
I think maybe you saw one of the Instagram posts.
Probably one of the clips. Yeah, but kind of fun to have somebody throwing something out there for us. We've got a few kind of lined up, I think, for the summer for the slow. Yeah, dead time.
Slow, just baseball.
But this one was like, hey, he sent it out last week. Like, have you guys done this yet? And
it's like, no, that sounds fun. Yeah,
sounds like a fun one to do. So
exactly.
Shout out to Brad, and then obviously last week we did have a lot of fun with her from the stands.
That was a good time. Yeah.
It was a good time. That was probably one of my favorite ones that we've done.
And actually we talked about maybe we'll have John back from the stands next week.
That's right. We'll be in Mexico next week.
Yeah.
So live from the beach. Well, not live, but we'll get some recording maybe from the beach, and
that'll be good.
That'll be a good time.
All right. And then extra innings, we were talking before. What do you have? You have more of your stuff written down, actually.
Yeah. Well, this is like hot off the press right now. So Josh Jacobs actually just got arrested today.
Yep.
So take that, Packers fans. But so for battery, domestic abuse, criminal damage to property, et cetera, there's a bunch of different things here. So so he's arrested. So I don't know what that means for him for this season, but doesn't look good for Josh Jacobs and the Packers. So darn, feel really bad for those guys. So that's hot off the press. We'll see what happens there. Our Cubbies, 10-game losing streak for the Cubs.
That has not been good. They lost 12-1 to the Pirates today.
I know.
The Pirates.
Oh my gosh. It's terrible. So they had been on 2 separate 10-game winning streaks when we talked like a couple weeks ago. And I was like, man, these guys are looking good. And then, they go to the South Side, play the White Sox, and lose a couple there, and then get swept by the Brewers, get swept by the Astros, who are not a great team this year.
No.
And then, 12-1 to the Pirates. Like, these guys are falling apart. So Council's he's got to figure it out and get these guys turned around, or this is going to be a long, long season. So Cubby's not looking good. I just have like a random story I was reading about the other day. So this is interesting because this isn't really like video game, but it's like technology, I guess, and kind of new things going to market. So there's this company called Hypershell, and they have this motorized exoskeleton, and so this one's called the X Ultra S motorized exoskeleton. It can help you run a mile in 4 minutes. costs just under $2,000, $1,999 for this thing. So it's basically like things you put on your legs, and it's motorized, so it'll actually run. Your legs just move based on the motorization.
That does not sound fun.
Yeah, I mean, I would think you'd still get pretty tired, but it basically does all the movement and stuff for you. So I thought that was kind of interesting from this like video game era. You know, there's like virtual reality we're getting into, but then some of these motorized like exoskeleton things, like do things take more an advancement into that space versus like sitting down playing like a video game console, or are people going to be out like wearing motorized stuff and like
that's crazy. I don't know. Yeah,
doing some of these things. That was kind of a wild one. So that was a big one, and then the World Cup starts here in a couple weeks. So June 11th.
Maybe we'll have something to talk about. Kind of.
Maybe.
I don't think the United States is going to be very good, but
they're never very good. Which is why I said you got to turn off the PlayStation.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, were you listening? Did you hear the soccer team let people know they got cut by email?
Oh yes, I did hear that too.
That feels pretty bad.
That's really bad.
Like maybe a phone call or
or sit down
or something.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way,
that's crazy.
That's bad. Like,
because how many people are checking their email anyways?
Yeah. Could you imagine you heard that the men's national team got notified via email, and then you checked your email?
No. Yeah, like you didn't even know.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh wait, did I get an email? Better check my email.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I thought that was crazy.
Check your spam.
That's right.
That's wild.
All right. I was just looking. I was doing my research, so I didn't realize the enhanced games were today, or not today. A couple days ago.
Yeah.
In Vegas. So sort of like the Olympics, but everybody was on drugs. So that was kind of interesting. And so Fred Curley, who's ran for the U.S. last summer Olympics, 100 meters. He basically said, he was like, hey, Usain Bolt's record is going to stand. You know, I want nobody to break it. And so he basically said he was going to compete completely clean, and he did. He won the 100. He ran a 9.97, which wasn't even really.
Wait, he competed in the
enhanced games.
Clean.
Why? To make a point, basically.
Okay.
And he won.
Yeah.
In his time, 9.97. So it wasn't even really that crazy. PR's 9.7 something. But won the event, and like I said, he was kind of like trying to prove a point. So I had like kind of noticed, and I didn't realize they were the other day. But so that was interesting. Only one world record was actually set. I mean, world record that doesn't actually count as a swimming one. That'll be interesting to see if that grows. I don't know.
I can't see. I mean, like if these guys aren't even setting like crazy records.
What's the thing? Like you would think the people that like benefit the most would be really good athletes, but the really good athletes aren't going to go and be doping because they're going to test positive then for actual events.
Yeah. But then why are they even joining? That's what I guess, like you said, to prove
Curly,
point,
but he didn't. That's what I'm saying. Like he was clean.
Yeah. What are they testing there? Like how or is he just saying he's clean, or how would you really know?
I guess I don't know. I mean, like he's got to be clean because he's competing and stuff. So like he's getting tested at other events. So like if he wouldn't have been clean, it would have come up at something else like this summer.
I guess that's true. I didn't realize it was Fred Curley. That was
it was him. So that was interesting. So like in that time would have actually been last at the last Summer Olympics. So like
it's not
that's crazy. No, and like he's not at the peak of his training. So like that makes sense. But I think he's just making the point like, hey, like it's crazy what these guys are doing, right? Like Usain Bolt's world record 9.58. Is that what it is? Something like that. 9.95 something, right? Like ridiculous. So he's proving a point. So I thought that was interesting. That stood out to me. Otherwise, I don't know. I think that's about it. It's just kind of a slow time. Like, you know, the championships are coming up, obviously, but like the games are so spread out. There's just not much.
Yeah. We're going to go back and look at my rankings for May and June, but I'm pretty sure I had these pretty low as my rankings, guys.
Think so?
I know so, and this is why, because you get down to these months. And
where did I have them? I actually don't even remember.
What in the heck are we doing here? Like, it's low tide. We're trying to find things to talk about. And it's great to have some of these series that'll be good.
Oh, yeah.
The championship games are going to be great.
I think the NBA is going to be great, and the NHL is going to be, like, I think they'll both be really good.
Yeah. But I like my TVs going. I like to be able to take it all in.
I agree. Yeah.
This is, we're not quite getting as much as we
Yeah. Or are you checking for it? Or we ranked them?
I was just going to see if I had it on there, but I don't remember which one it was.
Wait, let me see. If I pull up the episodes, we can see which episode that was. Let's see. That was episode 8, March 3rd.
Okay. So I'm just kind of curious where I had. So that's a good for us to reference back to episode.
You have it written down?
Oh yeah. So I had May is my 7th. June is number 10, and I got blasted. I remember by some people on May and June.
I do kind of remember that.
But yeah, those were so June was way down there at 10. May was 7, so about mid. Which again, I think he has a lot of things towards the beginning of May, but then it's tapering off.
Yeah,
at the end of
well,
the
that's
month,
what. May was actually 3 for me.
Yeah. How you feel now?
I mean, like you said, there was a lot at the beginning.
I said, how you feeling now?
3, 4, 5. June was 6. I'm still okay with where June was at, honestly. I think with the finals at the beginning, the MLB, you start having to pay attention to in the U.S. Open. That was my notes. I don't know.
I guess you got the U.S. Open coming up, but
yeah, there you go. You like the U.S. Open? All right. Well, I think that's about it, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we have anything else. All right. Well, then let's wrap it up there, guys. That's going to do it for this Drive on First and 4. If you liked today's conversation, make sure to follow, rate, and share the show. We'll be back next time breaking down the biggest stories and our generational opinions from the 4 major sports. Until then, we'll see you in the next play.